this Aries new moon. Join us today as we go through our theme today. We're focused on the solar plexus, the sacral chakra, and our third eye. We have this new moon in Aries coming up, and so it's a really beautiful opportunity for us to tap into our goals and really get serious about what it is that lights us up, what gets us excited, and how we are going to move forward to achieve those goals. So, we've pulled some cards today. We pulled some oracle cards, and two cards came out. The first one was by Ma'at, giving and receiving. Her affirmation is I give freely and easily, I receive easily and freely. And so, really balancing our receptive and our giving muscles, and not just being so quick to give, but also being open to receive. And our second card is with Queen Mother Nanny. She is speaking on liberation. And her affirmation is my dreams empower me. My dreams empower me. And so I shared these affirmations at the start of our flow because I would like for you to hold these, whichever affirmations, if not both, are resonating with you for your flow, just to let them in their essence sprinkle over you as you move through this flow. Okay, so we will start standing on our mat. Let me get our music started. All right. Let's start with circling our ankles, rotating clockwise and counterclockwise, whichever direction you want to start. We're just going to rotate those ankles and get them nice and awakened. And switch. And rotate another direction, the other direction. And switch directions again. Now let's switch feet, other side. Nice clicks, ticks, and pops. Really get into it. Switching the direction, other way. Keep it going. And switch directions. Switch directions again. Now let's move our hips just a little bit. We're gonna open our legs just a little bit outside of hips width apart. And we're gonna do our good old Spongebob rotation. Bring it around town. And this is really just awakening our hips, getting some good mobility into those hip joints, waking them up. Full rotations all the way around. And let's switch directions. Here we go. A gentle awakening to our body as we're coming into this space, preparing for our practice. And you can do a little wiggle, shake it out. Shake it, shake it, shake it. And let's begin at the top of our mat, okay? So, starting here at the top of our mat, we're going to go into a few rounds of sun salutation. If you aren't familiar with sun salutation, that is okay. We're going to go just through a few through the sequence a few times. And by the time we get to the last one, you will be very equipped, but it's not very fast. So again, at the top of our mat, we're going to take an inhale in, rising the arms up. As we exhale, we fold over. Nice. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale down. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, step it back. Breathing in. Lower the knees down. Exhale as we lower down. Inhale, pressing up. And as we exhale, we press up to downward dog. Take a deep inhale here. And as we exhale, we're going to tiptoe our toes to the top of our mat. And that is one flow for our sun salutation. Rising up again. As we inhale, float our arms down, open the chest. And that is one solid round for our sun salutation, okay? So I'm gonna scoot my mat out just a little bit so I can rise my arms up. Okay, ready? We're gonna start breathing in and up. Taking an inhale, rising the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale over. Inhale, stepping the legs back into plank. Exhale. And you can bring the knees down or you can lower down. I'm going to bring the knees down to start. As we exhale. Inhale, pressing up. And as we exhale, press into our downward dog. Let's walk our feet out here. Take a deep breath in. And as we exhale, walking those toes forward towards the top of our mat. Take a deep breath in. Folding forward. Deep inhale in as we rise. High mountain pose. Floating the arms down, opening the chest. And let's return. Breathing in, floating the arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale down. Inhale, stepping it back. And exhale as we lower. Inhale, pressing up. And as we exhale, pressing into downward dog. One full motion. Nice. Inhale. Hold in here and exhale as we walk it forward. Inhale, rise. And exhale, float the arms down by the side. Opening that chest, rolling those shoulders back. Nice. This is our final one. Inhale, rising the arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale forward. You can either jump or step it back. Take an inhale here. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, pressing into your mat. And one seamless motion, pressing into downward dog as we exhale. Really pressing here as you take a breath in. And as you exhale, you can step or jump to the front of your mat. Take a deep inhale as we rise. And release, floating the arms down. Nice. Y'all feeling nice and warm? Are you feeling empowered? All right, so still here standing at the top of our mat, we're gonna place our hands on our hips and we're just gonna take a few deep breaths in. This is our power pose. So this is a beautiful chance to ignite our confidence. I know my face is not in the frame. Just bear with me, y'all. So yes, just standing with confidence, rolling those shoulders back, imagining yourself standing in your greatest achievement. Maybe it is now for waking up, for showing up to the mat, for moving through that first part of our sequence. Taking a deep breath in and out. Breathing in, my dreams empower me. And breathing out. Breathing in, I give and receive easily. And breathing out. All right. Facing the top of our mat, we're going to rise our arms up as we did in sun salutation. Dropping our arms over as we exhale. We're gonna walk our feet back to the back of our mat into plank. And we're gonna shift into downward dog. Let's rise our left leg up to the sky. Taking a deep inhale. And as we exhale, we're gonna swing our leg forward into a left lunge. Nice job. Breathing through this position. Straighten that leg, the front leg. And bending the front leg. Let's take a step back, coming into plank, holding for a breath in. And as we exhale, lower down. Pressing into our hands. Nice. Pressing our toes into the mat, bringing our tailbone up to the sky for downward dog. Let's rise that left leg up in the air once again. Breathing in. And as we exhale, swing it forward. This time, we're going to swing our arms up into warrior two. This is a beautiful and very powerful position. We are opening our chest, lengthening our arms on either side of our body, and imagining that we have strings on either side on our middle finger, and someone's pulling those strings out. So really opening up the chest, creating opposition within our body, but really just opening that chest, opening your heart to receive, opening that solar plexus, but engaging the core. Looking right above the finger, off into the horizon. Let's take a breath in. And out. Keep breathing. Rainbow those arms up, reaching to the sky, lowering that arm, your right arm down to your back leg. And bringing that elbow down to the knee, bringing your right arm overhead, lengthen side body stretch. And get as deep as you can into that front leg, really bending, lengthening the legs open. Nice. Feeling that power. Let's come up. Bringing our hands down to either side of our foot, lowering down to our left lunge. Let's take our left leg back into plank. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, lower down. Pressing into your mat, cobra. The downward dog. Nice. And let's just walk our feet to our hands. Awesome job breathing in as we rise. And lower. That was good. Let's get on to the other side. Okay. Rising up as we inhale. And fold forward as we exhale. Let's walk our feet back into our plank. Shifting our tailbone up to downward dog. This time we inhale our right leg up to the sky. And as we exhale, we're floating our leg down into a lunge. Let's straighten the front leg. And bend. Let's step that right leg back into plank. Taking a deep breath in. And as we exhale, lower. Pressing into the earth, rise. Opening that chest, lifting your crown. Pressing the balls of the feet into the earth to bring it up to downward dog. Take a deep breath in here. Rising that leg up. Right leg up. And exhale as we lower it down to right lunge. Let's open up that back leg and swing our arms up into warrior two. Again, in this position, we are focused on elongating our arms, opening our chest, really lengthening our back here. Imagine we have strings on either finger, our middle finger, right in our center line. Checking in with our body, making sure we're not swaying too forward or dipping too far back, but right in alignment, engaging that core, opening the chest, and lengthen. Our gaze is right over our middle finger, just upon the horizon. Let's take a deep breath in. As we exhale, flipping that right palm, open it up as we rainbow over to reach. Take a deep breath in. And as we exhale, flinging that right arm down to the knee, that right forearm, and then bringing the left arm overhead, balancing it out. And breathing. Nice. Oh, feels so good. Swinging that arm down, coming back into our lunge. Let's straighten the front leg. And out to bend it again. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, swing that leg back into plank. Hold for a breath in. And as we exhale, lower down. Pressing into your mat. Opening the chest. Pressing into downward dog. And let's walk our feet to the top of our mat. Taking a deep breath in as we rise. And floating the arms down. Nice job. Get a sip of a drink nearby. I have my good old tea for the rising right before we get into this next part of our flow. All right. All right, so we're doing really, really good. We're gonna get into our cool down as we have about 5 minutes left of our practice. Well, really 10 minutes. Excuse me. So we're gonna float our arms up as we take a deep inhale in. And floating the arms down. Pressing into the balls of the feet as we rise our heels into a nice releve. And pressing down slowly. Let's bend those knees. And straighten. Let's come down to our knees. And we're gonna do a little bit of a build up to get to our camel pose. So I would like for us to just place our hands behind our back and just press our pelvis up. So pressing the pelvis, almost like we're doing bridge, but our knees are on the ground. So we're pressing and back down. Let's go again, deep breath in and exhale. Really open, pressing the hips forward. Nice. Returning to seated. This time we'll take a breath in first. And as we exhale, pressing those hips forward as much as we can, lengthening the neck, releasing the head back, opening the whole front body, really pressing our sacral chakra forward, opening our solar plexus, our throat and crown. Deep breath in here. And exhale, lower down. Take your time. Roll the shoulders back. Let's bring our hands and knees coming into tabletop on our mat. Let's just rock our hips side to side. If you feel any aches or clicks or ticks in your hips, maybe just sit into that spot for a little bit longer. We're just rotating and moving. Maybe some cat-cows will help in this flow. Whatever feels good to your spine, whatever feels good to your hips. Whichever direction your body's calling you into. This is awesome. Okay. Let's shift our weight back to child's pose. Really lengthening our arms up to the top of our mat, reaching our tail to the back of our heels. And you can rest your forehead on your mat. Nice passive stretch here. Really allowing your muscles to relax here in this position as we reflect on our practice today. Giving yourself props, giving your body thanks for showing up today. And in this moment, I want you to tap in and channel your goals, your ambitions, the things that light you up and inspire you. What is one thing that you want to go after? And ask yourself, why not me? Slowly rising up, meeting me in tabletop. And when you're ready, let's get into a lying down position. We're going to go into our Savasana. And as we get into this pose, just as we mentioned, we want to reflect on our practice, but also think about the things that liberate us. Think about the things that have aspired to do. So as we come into this lying position, those are the things we're focused on. Right. Taking a deep breath in through the nose and breathing out. Relaxing the body, melting into your mat. Breathing in again. Nice heavy sigh out. And again, breathing in. And big sigh out. Relax. Totally relaxing the body. The essence of this practice and this song is the core of a carnelian crystal, carrying you to your home, your passion, your purpose. May this flow guide you to your liberation, where you learn to receive and give freely. Set the intention that your dreams continue to empower you and that every step you take aligns you with that which brings you joy. Take a deep breath in and breathing out. Twice more. Deep breath in and breathe that out. Last big breath, make it count. And out. Begin to wiggle the fingers and toes, returning to the space that you're in. Nice. Begin to circle the wrist and ankles, coming back into your body, slowly but surely. We take any poses that you may need right now that your body's calling you to. When you're ready, bring your knees into your chest, hugging them in real tight. Taking a rock side to side, giving some love to that spine. And then let's start to rock forward and backwards. You can get so much momentum that we begin to sit. Nice. That was an awesome practice. Thank you guys for flowing with me. Thank you for joining in on this journey. I have a few questions for you. If you are watching live and or if you are watching later on, I'd love to hear what you have to say to these things in the comments. Um, so our reflections, what are your key takeaways? We want to know when you leave class how you're feeling, how this class has impacted you or inspired you or made you feel empowered. Ask yourself, why not me? And I would love for you to journal about this. And what are some things that maybe before you thought, oh, this is not possible, but now you are allowing yourself to step beyond that threshold of believing that you are capable of acquiring those dreams. So yes, embrace your imagination, your ideas, and your dreams. Um, just a few announcements before we go. We do have Movement Collective coming up this Saturday, March 29th at 6:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. The link will be available in the description. So if you made it this far, I'm sure you are probably interested in something like that. Movement Collective is a bi-monthly meeting session where we dive into different journal prompts that support us through the new and full moon. And we practice breath work, we practice movement, we have open discussion conversations, and we move. And so, in the end, after we go through all of these different things that we are either releasing or bringing in, we have a movement score where we have an opportunity to play and experiment different things that allow us to move into that version of ourselves. So if that's something or a practice that you would like to implement into your moon cycle, definitely tap into these practices. It is a free session. It is about a 2-hour experience. Like I said, it is free. So all you have to do is click the link and reserve your spot. And we will see you there. So thank you guys again for joining. I can't wait to see you next time at Jupiter Lab. Peace.